Generally, Cricbuzz Comm Box tends to take wickets while we are conversing. Not often does it happen just on the verge of it. The last ball of the 10th over has taken a wicket. Of course, got to give credit to the Royals. Ravichandran Ashwin, 2 overs, 1 for 10, batting up the order. They've been all over Bangalore, have they? Other than that, after that innings from Riyan Parag, Faf du Plessis gone, Virat Kohli yet again finding a way to get out. Maxwell out, first ball. Kuldeep Sen on a hat-trick. Oh boy, there's been so much happening in the first 30 overs of the match. Let's just catch our breaths and see where we stand at the 10-over mark in the second innings. I'm joined by Simon Doull. Just before we went on air, Dooley, we were trying to check the score when Hasaranga dropped that absolute dolly, and it was 120. And that was the last recognized batsman. How different?
Yeah, and when you chase 120, 125, it's a different game. And I mean, look, Rajasthan have been brilliant with the ball. There's been a couple of moments of indifferent batting. I thought Maxwell's shot was pretty ordinary. It's one that he'll want to revisit again, I'm sure, or won't want to look at too often. Virat a little bit unlucky again, but when you're not in form, you find ways to get out, and he's continuing to do that. So, look, Kuldeep Sen's over was seriously good, I thought. And Rajasthan really look like they are up for this, but they couldn't be up for it unless they got that 144. That comes down to a brilliant innings from Riyan Parag. He summed up the situation, as we said, but that dropped catch for Hasaranga, 120 when he drops him, an absolute dolly. It could come back to haunt them. The one thing that Bangalore do have in their favour is they probably bat down to Harshal Patel, don't they, at 9, Yep. Yeah, I think that's the case, right down to Harshal Patel at 9. So there is still an opportunity, but I think Rajasthan are doing a beautiful job at the moment. You look down there, Shahbaz, Prabhu Desai, obviously, Suyash will come in now if DK has. He has come in. Okay.
No. Suyash has come in.
He has. DK, Hasaranga, and Harshal Patel, who can all bat. So they do have that, at their disposal. But I think, Rajasthan have done a brilliant job, and they've held their key man back, or one of their key men has been held back in Yuzvendra Chahal.
And as we said, he was probably bowl over number 11. No point in the tournament has he not featured in the first 10 overs. That's why you don't see him on this list. Yes, folks, he's playing. He's bowling over number 11 to Prabhu Desai and Shahbaz. But Kuldeep Sen coming back into the side on a hat-trick first up, a little bit of extra pace. How good was he?
Yeah, I think you're frozen there, G. I hope everything's okay. It just cut straight to me. Talking about Kuldeep Sen, and to me, it was just a very, very good performance. 146, 147 Ks. He's got good pace. He's got really good control. I remember doing a game early on at the D.Y. Patil Stadium, and Rohan Gavaskar said to me, he said, just keep an eye out for this Kuldeep Sen. When he gets an opportunity for Rajasthan, he will certainly bowl some really good gas. And, that's one of the things that Rohan said. He'd heard really good things about him. We've already seen him in this tournament produce some very quick deliveries. He's just going to get that control. I thought he had a bit of control tonight, and I'm impressed. I mean, there's a lot of good pace bowlers going around. There's a lot of good young talent going around this tournament. He's just another.
And I think what they would be most pleased about is on the batting department, we said, what do Rajasthan do minus Butler? And today they found Riyan Parag to get a few extra runs. Their bowling department has been all about Bolt, Prasidh Krishna, Chahal, Ravi Ashwin, +1. And today the +1 delivered.
Yeah, the +1's delivered. And they've already got a sneaky over out of Daryl Mitchell, haven't they? What we're looking at there, I think he's bowled 1 over for 8, 7 or 8, was it? 7. So, they've got a sneaky over out of Mitchell, which is pretty good. It just means that there's, if somebody does get taken to a little bit at the back end, they don't have to bowl their full complement of 4 overs. So they've just got that little bit of leeway as well. And Daryl Mitchell has bowled at times. He's bowled at the death in domestic cricket in New Zealand. I'm not saying he's a genuine death bowler, but he has done that.
Yeah, well, they know they'll have the options, and I think no better person to advise Sanju Samson than Trent Bolt, the senior Kiwi in the side. And he'll probably tell him, listen, you can get one more of Daryl if you want.
Yeah, he possibly will, and Daryl Mitchell probably wouldn't mind that either. He's always prepared to put his hand up. He didn't have a great night with the bat. I thought he really looked like he was sort of almost a deer in the headlights at times. But first game up, you might expect that, and he'll want to redeem himself. He's already had a couple of really good saves in the field. He's a brilliant fielder, great catcher. So he'll want to make his presence felt. That's for sure.
Well, Chahal's had a very quiet first over. They're probably contemplating a review. Chahal's wanting it. Sanju Samson has gone for it. So I guess we'll keep this conversation on till we know what happens in this review. The last ball of Chahal's first over, it just seems there was a nothing shot. I don't even think there was any kind of shot offered. But I'm just wondering about the impact, if it was outside off or not. But in the meanwhile, we can just talk about the batting options to come. Assuming this is a wicket, even if this is not a wicket will fall. TK, again, it's coming down to him producing some kind of magic later on.
Yeah, it's going to. I mean, that's going to be missing off. I think that decision will be upheld. It's given not out. It'll remain not out. I think it's missing off. Look, he's been dubbed their finisher. He's going to have a bit of a job to finish tonight, but he can't do it on his own. He needs help. There needs to be an innings of significance. You can get. Let's look at what they're at now. 63. They could get 10 and over off the last 5. So they need to be 95, which is just another 30 runs in the next 5 overs. So 6.5 and over, 6.5 and over for the next 5 overs, 4.5, 5 overs, and they can get 10, 11, 12 and over for the last 4. Even it's not an issue, providing they're only 4 down still. So that will be the key, I think, for these two in the middle at the moment.
Yeah, we both got that one in terms of the ball turning away. I had a doubt about the impact. The impact was umpire's call. So Oxenford got that one right. Not out, but certainly some pressure being put on them. While Rajasthan will feel, yes, we got those few extra runs. I think what Bangalore need to tell themselves is we're chasing a 144 and not a 184. So we will always be in the hunt. Let's stay in the hunt. That's all we have on Cricbuzz Comm Box. We'll see you at the end to wrap up what looks like a game that's still very intriguingly poised.